45 episodes in, and I've just discovered the paper functions in Tayasui. So we're in Tayasui. I'm going to do something a bit different today. Somebody was asking me what paper do I use in Tayasui, and it occurred to me that I don't know, because I probably set it when I first got the app and never ever looked at it again. So we have this cog on the corner of the paper. If I touch that, I can choose a resolution. I'm sticking at native, but you've got other options, including a custom. And then we have different canvases. And the one I normally use is the watercolor canvas. But today, I'm going to try the cardboard. And I can also set a colour for the paper. So I could choose a colour off here. And we could go for a sort of a grey. That's nice because you can actually see the colour on the paper. Yeah, so we can add that. And now I've got a sheet of paper that's on cardboard that's slightly coloured. Maybe I should have picked a cardboard colour actually, which I've kind of already done down here. I've got a problem with Tayasui at the minute. I've got nearly 50 pictures in this folder, my sketches folder, and it won't let me delete stuff at all. It says delete these drawings, and it's not letting me delete them. I'm just thinking we should go with a sort of a buff colour. So I'm going to change the colour again. That to me is more the colour of cardboard. Yes, I like that. And notice also when you change the colour of your canvas, you lose the cogs. It is there, but it's very difficult to see. So anyway, I've changed for the first time ever in Tayasui. I've changed the canvas to a cardboard, and I am going to draw on the cardboard. And I think I'm just going to try using a pen with the smallest nib. Yeah, but I am going to use black ink. So I just want to zoom out a little bit. This is a fairly straightforward small sketch. I am going to just sort of set some boundaries for myself to work in. I know if I turn the iPad into portrait, I can draw in portrait, but then it messes it all up for the video. So I'd rather do it like this. And I'm going, because I've done so many trees and things lately, I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do a really simple sketch of a lighthouse, and I'm just working at this distance just to get everything set out in proportion, and then I'm going to zoom in. That's my plan, to put the detail in. So about there. That looks about right. Yep. Actually, it's not right, but it will do. Right, so I can now pinch in and zoom in a bit. I don't know if I see how this is very clever, because it seems to me that this ink is actually soaking into the card, but I guess it's because I haven't got the opacity turned up full. That would be it. That would be it. Okay, so now I'm in business. I can start sketching away. I kind of like the idea of doing this with a pen with really watery ink in it, then I can sort of go over it. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to count out all of these railings at all. That's not going to happen. So we've got these steps that come down, sort of like that, with an handrail. I've got that diagonal wrong, but I like lines like that. This is a sketch. It's not meant to be a finished piece. Because I've been messing around looking at the different papers, there's a canvas on here. So I am going to do my next Tayasui painting I'm going to try and do an oil painting in Tayasui. That'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Okay. And another thing, when you're doing, I've said this before loads of times, if you're doing bricks or stonework or anything of that nature, don't draw every single brick on a wall. Just put a few in, and then the person that's looking at your sketch, painting, whatever, can use their imagination to fill in all of those gaps. So using this as a sort of a really thin ink is acting quite nice as a wash as well. So I can put sort of shadows. I could put a shadow under there. Quite nice. I kind of got that wrong. I don't know why I thought, oops. I don't know why I thought that jutted out so much. That's better. Just want to zoom out again a little bit. I need to just lose that little bit of perspective there because we've got a wave crashing in there. Put a few squiggly lines in. I'm wondering if this is going to end up a coloured sketch. I'm not too sure yet. just sort of picked up my gear this morning and decided this is what I was going to do, because I'm fed up with drawing trees. I've done quite a few because we've been on lots of walks, and there's been lots of trees. That's quite a bit higher than what I've got on the photo. Should I? Yeah, let's just take that back a bit. Should be about there, really. There we go. I'm just gonna. I suppose this horizon line lines up with the handrail, and I was wondering whether to change it slightly, and then I decided not to. It's really nice. So I love the brushes in Tayasui. They really are lovely. You don't get many, but the ones that you get are real quality. I think I'm going to have to put a wash on it at some point. Right, let's get the opacity, whack that up. It is difficult to see the tools with this. With this coloured paper, I have to say. I think I'm going to make it a black and white sketch, even if I do like a tonal wash on it. I'll probably create a new layer below the sketch layer and then add a wash. I'm thinking it probably needs it. I learned that a long time ago using water-soluble pencils. I could sketch and then really quickly get lots of tone in there just by putting washes on. So this is going to be a combination where I use some hatching, like I'm doing now, and then some washes as well. I think that's the way forward. As you can see, this is a really, really simple little sketch. I know some of you like the simple stuff because you say you find it easy to copy or, you know, do something similar, where sometimes all of the more complex stuff I do is perhaps a bit daunting. So it's nice to do some simple stuff as well. I'll probably go over these railings in white, a white colour. In fact, I could do, can't I? Because, you know, we're working on a grey paper, so that makes perfect sense actually. To put some white highlights on this. Just going to make my pen a little bit thicker. Just for some of these lines. I'm kind of trying to watch the perspective on that. That's looking okay. I like that. What I don't like though, I have to say, is that hatching under there. That's really not very good. I think that needs to be, the colour needs to go down, maybe up the brush a bit. Maybe even more than that. Take the opacity right down. That's it. I think I'm going to put some washes on it now. So I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to put this layer below my sketch layer. Make sure I've got it selected. I'm going to choose a watercolor brush. I'm going to put a white on the second colour in my palette. So I can now choose between a series of greys. I want a big, yeah, I've got a nice big wash brush there. And that's too light, I think. Won't let me undo. Why won't it let me undo? I could rub it out, I suppose. Let's try again. That's better. And I need a big brush. Is that a bit too dark? Now, the reason I've painted over the lighthouse is I can now pick the eraser and just go over that. And that will really pop out. I probably need to be working with lots of layers for this. I can do the sea. Get some washes on the sea. And then use the same technique again. So I've done that wrong. Rubbed the wrong bit out. There we go. And take my eraser down, perhaps make it a bit bigger, and I just want to kind of, what options have we got? Let's use a blurry one. That's the effect I want. That's a bit bigger brush. Just to get this sort of soft look in the water. That's it. I could do the same, make the brush smaller, and I could do the same here. Just tidy that edge up a bit. I don't like it. I went too far. There we are. I need to now soften this up as well. I think I'm going to just lift out that the land in the background. Let's just lift that out. That's better. That's better. Right, I'm going to create a new layer. I wish it would put it above the layer that I'm working on. And now I can go back in. Maybe a little bit darker perhaps. Paintbrush again. I like this big sort of wash brush. Where's this? Oh, it's here. Okay, let's just take the size down a bit. Maybe too much. Maybe I need the next brush size down actually. What's that like? Bit big. That's better. I'm just undoing what's already there. I've got the opacity up full, so that's cool. I might make it a bit darker. Just makes it pop a little bit. There we go. And I'm looking at the sort of darks on here, on the wall. I could put, be careful. That's too dark, isn't it? I think will that dry that there? Try it again. I think I need to come back up here with a lighter colour. I've got to be careful, it looks a bit blue when I do that. I want it to look blue. Do I like that? Or is that too much? No, you know what? I think I like it. Let's put some. Oh, I need a sharper eraser. You know what? I think I'm on the pencil layer. I thought them colours were getting blocked out. Let's have a quick look. I am. What's happened here? I know. I've got to undo all of this. I think we probably... I must have I'm going to lock that layer so I can't draw on it again. When I did some undos, I must have deleted the new layer I created. So be careful of that one. So I'm back to my wash brush again. That's better because it's not blocking out the lines this time. That's really heavy. I don't know if I like that. Just too much, that's okay. I like that. Happy accidents. That's like, oh, that's like a real watercolor. I do like this kind of temperamental nature of Tayasui. It does feel a little bit like working in watercolor because you don't know what it's going to do. I do actually need to go back to this layer, use the eraser and just take out that wave there that I'd forgotten about. That's it. I think we'll create another layer right now. And I'm still just playing around. Which brush have I got selected? Yeah, that's the right one. I just need to take the brush down a little bit, see if I can be a bit more precise. Well, I suppose I can be precise with the eraser actually, just clip that away a bit. Do it again. That's it. That's sort of a bit of a reflection. And we've got a reflection going across here as well. Put that in. Nice and loose. Then we've got this just the shadows. That's it. There we go. I'm tempted to leave those background land as it is. I wanted to colour it in, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it looks good like that. I'm going to try the pen brush again. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to leave it on the top, and I'm going to choose a white ink. Just start and just put a few. Oh, I got to put the opacity right up to full actually. Just undo that. I want to make sure I haven't undone that layer. Yeah, we're good. Zoom in a bit. I wonder. That's weird. It's almost like it's not letting me. It's not. It's like I've got an alpha layer set. What's going on? Oh my God. Have I created an alpha layer? I've got this lock layer. Why is it on the lock layer? I've undone it again, haven't I? Right, let's try again. That's it. Now I'm working. Now I'm wondering, is that too white? It could well be. I need to zoom out and take stock of this. Oh, I can always knock the opacity of the layer down after, so I'm going to stick with it. I need to keep just zooming out to see. A little bit of hatching. I think that's okay. Let's put all these railings in. Yeah, I like it. And also, we could just like that. Now, do I just chunk up the waves a bit? I don't think it hurts. I'm not going to do all of that wave, just that little bit there. And then this one, I'm just going to take that forward a little bit. I think that would look quite cool. If we did that. There we are. I think that is it. That is my lighthouse painted, drawn, sketched in Tayasui. Getting a very different look using cardboard and a grey colour on the paper. I just need to sign this. I am going to sign it in white, and I'm just going to sign it down here. There we go. Finished. But just before I go, I'm just going to change the opacity slightly on the white so it's not quite as white. There, I think that's it. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as I have lots of videos like this. And I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.